Hey everyone, it's the Tabby Queen, and today I wanted to talk about something that hits me really close to home, and that is the event crisis. So, what I'm going to talk about today is what I did pre COVID-19, when events will come back, and what events are going to look like when they come back. Disclaimer, this video is strictly me and my opinions. Please don't take any of this as actual facts. Okay? So what did I do pre-COVID-19 anyway? I worked for a local production company, and we specialize in lighting and staging. We will do any type of event, a small wedding to a festival, corporate parties, really anything and everything, as far as lighting and staging is concerned. Basically, I'm a pretty low-level employee. I just kind of push boxes, plug things in. I'm not a lighting designer. I'm not really an event professional. I am kind of a jack of all trades because I don't just do lighting and staging, but I have done dressing rooms and running and audio. I have done all types of things. Lots of fun things, lots of cool stuff. I absolutely love what I do. There's some type of adrenaline rush you get from working in this industry, and I feel like it's something we're all kind of addicted to. Is this adrenaline on putting on just like a great show and saying like, yeah, I was part of that, I did that. I mean, it's an experience like no other. That's all I gotta say. So, the questions on all of our minds and your minds is, when will events come back? We don't know. There's no date. There's no real information. Most governments have unleashed some type of reopening strategy, and we're basically, most of us are in like the stage 5 and 6 when we will come back, and then that might look very different than what we were used to pre-COVID-19. I'll kind of get into some of that later. It's unknown and it's uncertain. I believe that there still is travel bans in place, which means it is hard to transport artists to different areas of the world. So until, again, it's not essential for Rihanna to come and play in your city. All right? Not at the top of the list. At the bottom of the list. Might be at the top of your list, but for the government, it's not essential. Okay, I do think that we're going to see corporate coming back before we see the concerts coming back. Again, just based on traveling and being restricted and things like that. But the local kind of corporate stuff might start to emerge before the bigger productions come back. And those might look different as well. Again, they're talking about opening restaurants and limiting capacity, so I have a feeling that for venues and things like that, they're going to have a lot of the same rules and placement, so they're only going to be allowed up to either so many people or there being capacity limits. So again, it's pretty unknown when things are going to come back fully. What will events look like when they come back? I've seen a couple ideas circulating, so I just want to kind of go through some of the pros and cons, mostly cons, about these. So you have the drive-in style event concert. You're limiting your ticket audience to only people who can drive. there's a lot of people who don't drive. There's a lot of people who choose not to drive. And a lot of the youth that are buying up these tickets don't drive. So they will have to find someone and also purchase a ticket for someone who has a vehicle and a license who can take them to the concert. So I feel like you're limiting the audience, and then you're also only going to be able to have an X amount of vehicles there and patrons there. So when you limit the number of people that you can have at a concert, that all goes into your budget. So then, is your stage going to be big enough for the spread out audience of the vehicle when you can only have maybe 800 attendees opposed to like 15,000 for that size of stage you would need? And I think you're going to have a lot of viewing problems, especially in places like here in Alberta, where you have every fifth person has like the most highest jacked up truck, and it's ridiculous. So I'm going to be 20 vehicles back, and your stupid ass truck is going to be in front of me, and I'm not going to see anything. So not something I'm probably going to be looking forward to and attending personally. The other thing is you're relying on your FM AM radio system. If you have like a shitty sound system in your car, I mean, not enjoyable, not preferable. Maybe you'll just roll down the windows and you can hear everything for the PA, through the PA, opposed to your car stereo, which might mean audio is better, but it's still going to be a little bit clouded. That's not an ideal situation for any audio engineer, I wouldn't think. So again, I don't do audio, okay? I just sounds like a nightmare. Moving on. The next idea I seen was a type of concert hazmat suit. So this would be like a specialized suit that they would make and they would mass produce that would have your full like PPE. So it would have your mask and your gloves and everything. Or they're just going to say, to attend, you must be in this PPE, like I say, PPE, personal protective equipment. That means you must attend the concert in a mask and having gloves and, you know, all those little rules that follow. And the problem with this is we are only as good as our worst human. And there are so many awful humans that are not going to follow these rules. They're already out there protesting on the streets to get everything reopened again. You know, the anti-vaxxers, the conspiracy theorists, these people who are not going to comply with the government's orders, with the government's regulations, they're going to be showing up at your show because music brings out all people of all types. It brings people together. So you're going to have those people filtering in and coming in, and they're going to give you a hard time. They're not going to want to wear their PPE. It's going to cause a big scene. So yeah, I just don't think that every attendee is going to follow those rules and those orders, and it's just going to become an issue of security. And it's also having to buy a full specialized suit is just an additional cost to your ticket holder. We can already barely afford these ticket prices. So if you're slapping on an $80 suit on top of my $200 ticket, like, I'm just not really sure if that's worth it anymore. I really don't. Next. Social distancing shows and events. We're going to bring back sporting events, and, you know, we'll just put rules in place. So again, that'll kind of be like, okay, we'll open up basketball, and we'll start doing basketball games again, except we'll only sell, well, either won't sell tickets at all to the live event and we'll just stream it on TV, or have a person pay an additional cost to watch the sporting event at home because they are not getting those ticket sales from the live viewing of the event. So you're either going to have half or a quarter of the attendees or no attendees at all. And again, we're only as good as our worst human. Some people just will not comply with the rules. And then there's additional costs of having to amp up your cleaning crew and things like that. So is it going to be profitable to move forward with events that are only catering to a quarter or a half of the capacity of the venue? When you purchase a ticket to go to a concert, that is not going to the artists. They're probably not going to see a dime of that money from your ticket purchase. Where an artist makes money is selling merchandise at the event. The more merchandise they sell, the more money they gain. The venue makes money by selling things like your drinks and the popcorn and the food, that type of stuff. So the venue's making money through your purchases while you're there, being the food and the drink. The artist is making money through the merchandise you purchase when you attend the event. And everything else is just going to the cost of the production and the venue. Okay? That's where your money goes. Goes to the people like me who are breaking their backs trying to put on a really good show for you. So for a lot of promoters, I don't see those options of being profitable and making money. And anybody in this industry as a promoter or a venue or things like that have those things that, like, they want to make money. Everybody wants to make a profit. Like, come on. So what are you going to do? Are you going to put that cost on your ticket holders? So because we can only fill at a half capacity, that means tickets are going to double in price because you have to buy that seat next to you that's empty. I mean, they could do that, but I would hope that as a consumer, you just wouldn't go there and you wouldn't buy that. I mean, is the future of events that only the elite will be able to afford to go to the event? Like, you have to make $500,000 a year to go to a concert because just the average ticket for the nosebleed is $700 because they cannot fill the venue full of people. I hope that's not the future, because I don't make that kind of money, and I like going to concerts with my friends, so let's hope it doesn't go that down south. So social distancing shows, again, I don't think it's gonna work. This is one of the newest things I've read about is virtual concerts. Okay, so you know that virtual software, you put those big glasses on and the earmuffs and it's like you are in the rainforest or whatever. I do not have a lot of experience with virtual technology. I don't think I've even ever tried it. So again, not an expert on that, but I do find that it would be very expensive for viewers, because you would have to have that technology in your home to just purchase and view the concert anyway. So via virtual concert, you'd put these things on and it's like your front row seat at your favorite artist. They would basically film and do one concert and then like stream it to you or whatever. I don't know how that works. So yeah, I think it would be expensive because me personally, I don't own that. I don't plan on buying it. I know how expensive some of that can be, and that's not something I can afford in my household. I don't know about yours, but I can't. And then not only do I have to purchase that equipment, I also have to purchase the actual ticket of the event, which I would hope would be a substantially low cost considering your production. The cost of your one-time production is going to be lower than a full-blown tour that's going to last a year and so you're paying wages for a year for everybody on your tour and things like that. So those costs would go away. So I would hope that the ticket price would come down, which is fine, but then still the average person like me is still not back to work because it's not a tour, it's a one-off. So that it's only going to be beneficial to those people in that city that are able to work that one-off. And again, it's a one-off, so it's not a repetition of work. So yeah, at that point, only the artist and the promoter is making money. It's not bringing any money in locally to your town or anything like, or your city or anything like that. So I don't think that's something I can get it on board with. I don't think it's something I'm going to be purchasing and viewing myself. It does open up a little bit of opportunity for, let's say, rental companies can start buying this virtual software and renting it out so that, you know, I don't have to spend $500 on virtual technology. I can maybe go rent it for $50 to $100 from someone the day I'm supposed to be watching this concert. So there's opportunity there to make money, I guess, if you're a small rental company. But again, you're going to have a lot of upfront costs on buying all that technology as well. So you have to weigh out. And again, is this something that's going to be popular and go on a long time, possibly forever, or is it just going to be a short trend? I don't know. It's so hard to say, but I don't see myself doing or viewing a virtual reality concert either. Just because I know it's not going to help the people of my community. Stay safe and please follow your government regulations. It's very detrimental to us to get back to work that we follow the guidelines that are being forth. Even if you don't believe in them, just help us out a little bit. We need it. We need you to do these things people are telling you to do. If you want to see your favorite artist ever do anything again, you will follow the rules based on where you live. All right? That's about all I got. So, subscribe for more from me and Pete. Thank you for watching. Please click the like button.